Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 65 of Let's Try Spellforce 3 Reforced. Bong bong, mashallah. We're going to get it in, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Having a fine day or night, whatever the case may be. It's early morning. Just hit my water bottle. We are back, and bong bong. Here we go. We're recording. I'm ready to get it in, guys. Solo campaign. Load up episode 64 here.
As you descend the dank stairway of Castle Waite, a memory flickers across your mind. Your father, standing.
Let's go, son. Okay, so we picked up some books in here. Books we may read.
Let's see.
Elementalism, Phasmalism, Dreamweavery. Books cover all fields of magic. We have to come back this way. And then in here, where
I don't
there's...
understand why my father never told me about this place.
Well, from what you've told me, your relationship had never been what you call close, right? I'm not surprised there was more to him that you didn't know.
Right.
Another specter!
Danger up ahead!
Another specter to take down. Let's see, let's hit him with that. Hawkeye. Head knocker. Let's interrupt him with, I think that. No, we gotta heal off, it looks like. So far, so good, though. What is this? Bastion. Ooh, a fireball.
I need
Isgrim's a bit of a
help over here.
mage type. Try to kill this thing without
I need
using a potion. Very good. We all kind of got whacked in that one.
Let us see.
Let's grab 2 Spark of the Essence. That's weird. Big bones there. Is this a dead end? No, we came that way. Now we're heading out this way.
Do you hear that?
The Song of the White.
Yes, but it's clearer. It seems to be coming from down that hallway.
Then we know where we have to go.
Yep, the Song of the White playing. Here we go, bong bong. A weird door.
The song. It has stopped.
Indeed. Incredible. All this energy. I've never felt anything like it.
Neither have I. Whatever's behind that door, it's the key to this dungeon secret.
Any thoughts? We have no idea what to expect, so we should stay closely together.
No.
I'm sorry.
Whatever is in there, you, the pariah, needs to face it alone. It's what I saw in the vision, and thus, it's Aenir's will.
Isn't this exactly what we should not do? Split up?
It doesn't matter. It's the Allfather's will, and we will obey.
I don't like this, but all right.
Have you lost your mind? No way you're going in there alone.
What do you want me to do? There's purity priests all over the fortress. this is what he wants, we'll do it.
Wise words.
All right,
Alrighty.
then let's get this over with. Just stay put. I'll be back.
Alright, so those peeps are going, and we're going to head through. Bong bong. And see what's cracking down
We're
these
turning back now.
ominous steps. Pretty interesting stuff here.
Tiara's breath.
Crazy.
My child. Finally.
What is this? Who are you?
Your mother. I'm your mother.
Wait. You? Say that again?
I'm your mother. You are the blood of my blood. My child. My son.
Huh.
And you finally come. You've come to save me.
I don't understand.
I'm your mother. The quiet man, Isamu. He molded you from my blood.
Huh.
And after all this time, you finally heard me. Please, child, sit down. I believe we have a lot to talk about.
Right.
You are
Interesting.
silent.
Yes. I'm sorry. All this, it's a lot to take in.
I feel the same way. All those years I've spent in this slumber, only to wake up and be experimented upon by your father.
Huh.
To be given a child in some grotesque, unholy ritual. I still wonder if this is really happening. Or maybe just a strange dream.
I'm afraid it isn't.
Alright, lots of dialogue.
Why is it that you call Isamu the Quiet Man?
Well, I did not know his true name until years after my awakening. And before that, he hardly spoke. So this is what my mind always called him.
Huh.
So, you've been in this stasis until I came here, and I somehow set you free?
I was awake, but at the same time I wasn't. Whatever the quiet man did after he woke me, it left me in this haze. I didn't see, I couldn't move, but I could hear, and I could feel.
Huh.
That must have been horrible.
It was, and there were times where I just wished that he would finally end it.
Why can I understand you? We don't speak the same tongue, do we?
We don't know, but you joined your spirit to the Nexus, didn't you? Our minds are connected. Thus, I can hear you, and you can hear me.
Andra.
You said that my father created me. What is that supposed to mean?
I am not sure if I can even give you an answer to that. But I will try to explain. See, my child, the quiet man, Isamu, I do not think he ever considered me a living being.
Huh.
What he saw me as was a tool to the essence.
The essence?
The source of all magic. Your father's race, they are only able to access a glimpse, a twinkle from an endless sea.
Huh.
We, the Zalon were different. We have always been closer to the essence. We had understood how to harness it, and that had made us powerful.
So she's a shaper.
So, The essence is the place all magic comes from.
Yes, but there were and probably are many names for it. The essence is only what my people called it.
Did you ever try to resist, to break free?
Of course, but it was pointless. I could not speak and I could not move. And even my magic could not aid me.
So you're saying that my father wanted to use you to gain access to this essence?
Yes, he was obsessed with the idea of gaining power. And to him, I was the key.
Wow.
But what he was trying to do, transferring my aura, my powers onto himself, was impossible. And he realized that quickly.
Huh.
Why was it impossible?
Because an aura is as unique as a person's eyes or their fingertip skin. It cannot simply be put on and off like a helmet or a glove. And it dies with its owner.
Which is why he tried to find another way to gain access to your powers.
Yes, he tried transferring my energy to a talisman, to these flesh creatures he created, and countless other ways, but it was all in vain. These experiments went on for years, and even though I couldn't see and couldn't speak, I felt it all.
Oh.
Then he created you. His train of thought was simple. If my aura could not be transferred, it could be passed onto my offspring.
Wow.
But how is that even possible? A shaper and a human?
It is possible. The way we conceive, how we bring forth new life, it is different from what you are used to.
How?
It's complicated, and I do not want to talk about it with my own child. What matters is it worked. Down here, on this altar, I gave life to you, to my first and only child.
Oh.
So I am half shaper. How come it doesn't show?
Once again, this has to do with the way we conceive, but I do not want to talk about it. I hope you understand.
So this is where the nightmare comes from, isn't it?
What nightmare?
Ever since I was a child, I had these dreams. I think I saw this place, the creatures my father created. The images, they were so vivid, so real. But whenever I told Isamo about them, he just shrugged it off. I always felt they were connected to something that had happened a long time ago. Now I know.
Yes, that is possible. Quite often, our dreams remind us of the things we have long forgotten.
Huh.
I'm sorry. This is a lot to take in.
I understand. Believe me, I do. All those years, I had wondered how it would feel to finally meet you. About what you would look like, and all the things I tell you. But now that you're here, it feels surreal. As if all this is just an illusion. A mirage.
What happened then? What did Isamo do?
He took you away. For what purpose, I do not know. But it is evident that it did not work. Even through you, he could not obtain access to the essence. As for what happened afterward, that is a question you are more fit to answer than I am. And once you freed me, I want you to tell me all.
I still can't believe you're a shaper.
Shaper. That's how the Quiet Man called me too. We called ourselves the Sunnnn.
I know, but how is it possible that you're still alive? I thought you were extinct.
Yes, so it seems. I was unaware of this until the Quiet Man told me.
But how did your people die? How did you survive?
I do not know how my people died. Believe me, child, I have spent a long time wondering. As for your second question, It is a long story. I was one of the Yulas caste, the scientists, the scholars, the priests, and like many other Zalundeb at that time, I was taken by the scourge.
Huh.
The Scourge?
A disease. It had been ravaging through our empire for over a decade at that time. It ate us up from the inside.
Most scholars who studied your people firmly believed that the Shapers had cured the world of all diseases.
Then they are wrong. We had found cures for many of them, yes. But even these were often only for the Yulas and the Zavas, the ruling castes.
Huh.
And there was no cure for the scourge.
But you survived. How?
Through a ritual, an experiment. The idea was to freeze my body until a cure would be found. Looking back, I wonder why I was so eager to keep living. I was just a power-hungry woman who had no one to mourn her death. By the face of time, it's strange to tell you this. Millennia have passed, but some of the memories are still so lively, so real.
How old were you when the Scourge infected you?
90 years. Half my lifespan was already gone.
So you were a mage?
A member of the priest caste, yes. But this is not the time to share memories. Once we are free from this place, we will have all the time in the world to talk. And we will talk. There are so many things I need to know. About this world, about you.
Then the experiment worked?
So it seems. Only that when I woke up, I was here, bound to that altar, looking into the quiet man's eyes. Our minds do not seem to be so different. So I believe you can imagine how I felt. It was terrifying, like a nightmare, one that would never stop.
You said that my father created me. What is that supposed to mean?
I am not sure if I can even give you an answer to that. But I will try to explain. See, my child, the quiet man, Isam, I do not think he ever considered me a living being. What he saw me as was a tool to the essence.
The essence?
The source of all magic. Your
I think we
father's
heard
race.
this.
We, the Zalundeb, were different. We have always been closer
Yeah.
to the essence.
So you're saying that my father...
Yes, but what he was trying to do, transferring my aura,
Which is why he tried to find...
Yes, he tried, then he created.
But how is that even possible?
It is possible.
How?
It's complicated, and I do not want to talk about.
What happened then?
He took you away. For what purpose, I do not. As for what happened after, and once you freed me.
Okay,
What exactly happened when I touched your hand earlier? How did I wake you?
You don't know.
How should I?
Yes, how should you? I am sorry, child. For some reason, I continue to expect you to know all those things I would have taught you. If things had been different. You see, a Shaper does not always have that connection to the essence the quiet man was looking for. When they come of age, there is an event called the melding. The child, guided by her creators, unlocks the potential slumbering within. Your father, he did not know this, which is why you could never give him what he wanted.
So this is what happened? You performed this ritual on me?
It's less of a ritual, but something that happens with age. It would have happened far earlier if we had not been separated. But yes, by taking my hand, we melded. And the energy that was set free also lifted my curse.
Huh.
Or at least parts of it. I am still unable to move.
But what does that mean? That I can now access the essence?
No, the melding only provides the child with a key. Finding the door is a lifelong quest. But yes, deep down inside you have unlocked something. A potential for the enormous power Isamu had been looking for.
Huh.
I still can't believe you're a Shaper.
Shaper. That's how the Quiet Man called me too. We called ourselves the Sunnnn.
I know, but how is it possible that you're still alive?
Yes, so it seems.
But how did your people die? And how...
I do not know how my people died. Believe me, I was one of the Yulas caste.
The Scourge?
A disease. It ate us up. From the in
But you survived.
Heard
through
this.
a ritual. Looking back, by the face of time, it's...
Then the experiment...
So it seemed our minds do.
Let's see, but the Song of the White, it's your doing?
But I still don't understand. What is the story behind that song? You said that you called out to me so that I could find and save you.
Yes, I have done nothing else since your father took you from me. But it was only a short time ago that I finally started to feel that I could sense your presence somewhere out there. Thus, I tried to focus my thoughts onto you and sent them out into the world. Telepathy, as you call it.
Huh.
The song must have been the way the dark corners of my mind expressed my emotions.
The dark corners of your mind? What do you mean by that?
Well, every spirit has two sides. One that the mind can see, and the other one that remains hidden. If the visible one is a puddle, the invisible is an endless sea.
My father died a year ago. Could this be the reason that we only started hearing the song 6 moons ago?
He is dead?
Yes. He started a rebellion against our kingdom and fell in the final battle.
I see. I always knew it would come to that, you know. His hunger, this glare in his eyes. I knew it would consume him eventually.
Huh.
How does that make you feel?
That is a good question. I do not know. I expected to feel relief, joy, triumph even. But instead, I feel nothing.
So his death broke whatever spell he had imposed on you. And because of that, your telepathy finally carried through the walls of this place.
That is the only explanation.
Makes sense.
Yes.
So it was telepathy. But how come only certain people heard you? Only mages?
Is it not obvious? Because having magic means standing close to the essence. And only those who stand close are receptive to my telepathy. I did not know the form my thoughts would take on, but it seems that for us, it was a song. One that finally led you here to free your mother from her suffering. There is poetry in that, isn't there?
I think there's something you don't know.
What do you mean?
Your song, it was lethal to everybody who wasn't gifted with magic. I don't know how to say this, but people died. Lots of people. This is why I'm here, to end the blood burn, as we've started to call it.
Bloodburn? In the name of the sun. I didn't know.
I just don't understand. Why did the song kill people without magic? How is this possible?
I don't know. Maybe it was too much for their minds to bear. Forgive me, I don't know what to say.
But it's over now, isn't it? I found you.
Yes, it should be, but... Oh, please, you have to believe me. I didn't know. All I wanted was to have you back. here.
What are you... No!
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
Rondar
It was
King.
necessary.
What did you do?
What do you think? I fulfilled Aenir's prophecy. Searching
boy.
for a cure, the pariah seeks the truth. A lost mother will be found and awoken from her slumber, and thus allows me to receive her essence.
You knew about this? You knew about my mother?
Yes, I did. I knew that the blood burn was caused by a Shaper mother looking for her lost child.
Huh.
But what I didn't know was where to find her. So I had to find the child instead. Which I did. The pariah. Though I certainly did not expect it to be Asamo Tahar's son.
But
Wow.
why? What for?
Isn't it obvious? Because I needed her essence. The key to the Archfire, as we call it. Through its power, I will be able to open the gates and to allow Aenir to return. I'm sorry, Tahar. Your mother, she will now serve the greater good. I hope you understand.
Understand? You bloody killed her!
She is not dead. Her body may be, but not her mind. Inside that amulet, she's still alive. It's what your father had always tried to accomplish, but never did.
Where are the others? What did you do to them?
Put to sleep. Don't worry, I didn't kill them.
If you...
I did not kill them. As defilers, they will be put to justice, but that has not been done yet.
I don't get it. You did all this only to get access to the essence? To the Archfire?
No. The blood burn had to be stopped. Unlike what you might believe, I do care about the people of Io, just as the All-Father cares about all of his children. So I stopped it, as Aenir ordered me to. But he also told me something else. That purifying the world, freeing it from defilers, and making people see their sins is only the first step. The second one requires power. A lot of it.
Why?
It's called the opening of the gates. A rift, a portal, one through which Aenir can step back into this world. And this is what he chose me for, his most loyal servant. He needed the Archfire's power, and he knew the pariah and his mother were the key.
I don't get it. You did all this only to
we
get...
heard that.
The blood burn, but he also told me
Why?
it's called the opening of the gates. A rift.
Free
a
her
portal,
now.
One through.
Give me that amulet now, or I'll take it from your dead body.
No, I will not. Your mother is what we should all be, a tool of the All-Father. Either way, there's no point in explaining. Your role in this ends here. Once again, I am truly sorry. But the All-Father's visions were clear. The pariah needs to die after the mother has been found.
No, this is insane. There has to be another way.
No, Tahar. There is not.
Oh, fighting. Okay. Rally. Bong bong. We took him down.
It's over, Lacane.
That was quick.
Believe me, it isn't. Time to put your mother's magic to the test.
What the... What is this?
What in the world is going on? Isn't this crazy, guys? Wow. The stone doors fall shut behind you as you step through the overgrown arch, and you're met by an almost eerie silence. Yet immediately you feel a presence, a power long forgotten, waiting for someone or something to wake it from its slumber. The Nexus must be nearby. We're back. Mullendear.
Hey, quick, over here. Yes, just like that. Stay with us, Corporal. Stay with us.
What's the matter? What happened?
Tahar's awake.
Lord Marshal Arendir, what in blazes are you doing here?
It's a long story, but I'm here as an ally.
Yes, and there will be plenty of time for the lengthy explanations later. First, I want to know how you're feeling, Tahar. Sorry to say it like this, but you look like shit.
I'm fine, I think. What happened? I just remember Lacane and my mother.
Your mother? You mean the Shape?
Yes. It's hard to explain. She was in some kind of stasis when my father found her, and my father used her for his experiments. I don't know how to say this, but the blood burn, it was her doing. When my father died, she tried to call out to me by telepathy. That's what caused the plague.
All right, I think his head wound is worse than we thought.
It's the truth, Iria. And Lacane didn't only want me to stop the blood burn. He needed me to lead him to my mother so he could use her as a source for the Archfire.
Well, that's a lot to take in, I guess. But why your mother? You're speaking metaphorically, right?
I'm not. She is my mother.
All right. Start over, from the beginning. What happened when you walked into that chamber? I'm sorry, but that sounds absurd. Utterly absurd.
Well, I doubt he's lying, King Regent. And actually, it makes sense. It explains a lot, for example, why he could activate the portals, enter Mullendir, and why he had this vision. Though I have to admit, it's not what I expected from our little trip to the Eye.
Right.
Not at all.
Very unexpected.
Speaking of which, how did we get out of that dungeon?
Well, as you know, I was unconscious too, so I can only tell you what the soldiers told me. But after that explosion, it was as if the skies had started raining fire. Lacane's soldiers panicked and rushed into the dungeon to save him. It must have also alarmed our troops who were waiting at the borders. They marched in and used the confusion to get us out too. I mean, at the time, the Purity still thought we were allies and vice versa. In other words, we got lucky.
Neither did I. But now it's my turn. Why in blazes are you here, Lord Marshal? And how long was I out for?
It's just anger now. I think we've moved past the titles. And to answer your question, you were out for 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
5 weeks.
Yes. To be honest, if your vital signs hadn't remained steady, we would have assumed you were dead.
Which leads us to your mother. You mentioned something about Lacane banishing her into some kind of amulet?
Yes. He somehow absorbed her spirit to gain access to the Archfire. That's what my father always tried, and why he created me in the first place.
And I assume, by Archfire, you're talking about some extremely powerful source of magic.
The source of all magic, yes.
So the theories are true. Well, at least now we have an explanation.
An explanation of what?
Well, the Harbinger has gone rampant. Briefly put, the Purity of Light has taken over almost all of Leonider. The Eye, Greyfell, Greykeep, everything.
Wow.
What about the Queen? Is she...
She's alive. The Harbinger knows he can't kill her, because if he does and word gets out, then he might lose the common folk's support. According to our spies, the Queen's Guard and the Purity have struck some kind of bargain.
Wait, so the Purity controls the keep, and the Queen's Guard just plays along?
Yes, it sounds absurd, I know. But the Queen's Guard first responsibility lies with the safety of the Queen. Whatever is necessary to protect her, they do it. Though I doubt Lacane's long-term plan sees the Queen at his side, which is just another reason to hurry.
Greykeep? How is that possible?
They were already in the keep when Lacane gave the order, and we simply didn't expect it. It wasn't even a fight. It was a massacre. And yes, I know what you're about to say. That it's my fault, because I tolerated the Purity in the first place. And you're right. I've made mistakes, and hundreds, thousands of people had to pay the price.
But why? Why start a war against all of Northander?
To prepare Io for the arrival of Aeonir. You remember that nonsense his priests always preach? How we're the reason that Aeonir left us?
Yes. That's why they want to clear the world of sin and mages, of defilers.
Well, it seems that they've spiced up their idea a little since it was taking too long. It's not just mages they kill anymore, but everybody who doesn't convert to their religion. Soldiers, women, men. They all get to choose. Join the purity and accept the light, or be killed on the spot.
Wow.
Then we need to stop him.
We do.
Be that as it may, your recovery couldn't be more timely.
How did you even get here?
Later, Tar. I'll tell you all you want to know, but not now.
What about the charges? Do you still consider me a traitor?
Is that still important?
Well, considering that you're in my fortress now, I don't think it is.
I'm glad you're able to see it that way. Given the recent events, your sentence has been lifted. You are pardoned. And if that is your wish, you can be reinstated as a corporal of the Northander army. That, and my apology, is all I can offer.
So you acknowledge that your verdict was a mistake?
I don't think this is something we should discuss now. We can talk about it later. Do you accept my offer?
That would mean a lot.
Good. However, we cannot make this official until Greykeep is reclaimed.
So I wonder if that gives me a human army rather than elven or something like that.
Since you saved me from the dungeon, what about my mother's body? Is she...
She's here in the Nexus. We saved her, but she seems to be in some kind of a coma. For a while we thought it was the same as your condition, but now that you've told us the full story, it makes sense. Her body is still functioning, but Lacane has stolen her spirit.
Then we need to save her.
If she can be saved. But yes, maybe we'll even get our chance sooner than expected. Lacane is marching towards us as we speak.
What about the charges? Do you still consider me a traitor?
Is that still important?
Go through this again.
Well, considering that you're in my fortress now...
I'm glad you're able to see it. Given the recent events, your sentence has been lifted.
That would mean a lot.
Good. However, we cannot make this official until Greykeep is reclaimed.
For what it's worth, the encounter with my mother also changed something in me. I feel... different.
Elaborate.
Well, when I awoke my mother, it did something to me. She called this the melding.
Less fancy words, please. What did it do?
Well, I think it allows me to control a part of the Archfire too. Just like the Harbinger does.
Finally, some good news.
Indeed. Anything that can help us battle Lacane will help. But whatever it is, I doubt it will allow us to stop Lacane with a thought alone. Or will it?
No. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly it changed.
Archfire specialization. From now on, all abilities can be upgraded to a 3rd power level. Also, you may choose one skill tree to become your specialization, unlocking the following abilities. Winds of Darkness, temporarily gain an aura of dark magic that deals damage to nearby enemies. If they're living, deal 91, otherwise deal 45. 46-foot area of effect. 12-second 15-second duration. Obliterate, inflict pure damage against a single target, costs health instead of focus, 796 damage, but it costs 200 HP. Devour soul, absorb target corpse to heal yourself, 297. Elementalism we haven't been using, but Ice Nova, cast an Ice Nova that temporarily freezes enemies around you. If caster has Ice Might, it's removed upon casting and the freeze duration is increased. Armageddon, for the duration of the effect, meteors rain down from the skies, hitting areas around you. Enemies caught in the blast are dealt massive magic damage. If the caster has the Fire Might, it's removed upon casting and the meteor's damage is increased. Master of the Elements, get an aura that gives you Ice Might and Fire Might every 30 seconds. And then there's Black Magic, Leadership. Okay, let's check Black Magic. Taint, enemies attacking you are enfeebled, 5 seconds. Summon Devourer. Sacrifice a part of your health to summon a weak Devourer. And there's a ring that helps with that as well. We might own it. Unholy Totem. Summon an Unholy Totem at target position that shoots void arrows at your enemies. Nice. And then Leadership. Create food targeted in targeted outpost or capital. Create stone in targeted outpost or capital. Create wood. Huh. So that would be really useful when we need that. Summon up to 50 food. Yeah, that's awesome. 50 stone, 50 wood. That is awesome. Leadership. Cooldown 8 minutes. And there's black magic though, which is really cool. I think I may specialize in black magic. We'll go with it. Little black magic never hurt.
Lord Marshal.
Speaking of Nor.
The Purity. They are here, as you said. What are your orders, sir?
Put up defenses all around the perimeter and protect the Nexus at all cost. How many are they?
Hundreds, sir. And House Utran is supporting them too. Your sister is leading them.
Myra?
I'm afraid so.
Wait, you're saying that House Utran is working for the Purity of Light now? And they're led by Lady Myra Utran?
As I said, yes. It could be anything, though. Maybe Lacane forced her to comply.
Then make sure that she does not get harmed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Huh.
There needs to be an explanation for this. Either way, we need to fend them off. Tahar, are you able to fight?
I think so. Yes.
Good. Then you're back in charge. Let's head out.
Time to put it on easy. Leave the Nexus. With this crew. An exclamation point down here. With Uram.
Yes? Understood.
Huh?
Can you tell me more about your craft? About demonology?
And why's that? Thinking about a career change?
I'm just curious.
Are you? I hope you do realize that demonology isn't a forbidden school for no reason. Most people who mess with it die. But sure, if you have questions, ask.
Let's start with the basics. What's the core principle of demonology?
It's simple. You study demons and their powers, and bind them to your will. And thus you gain access to their powers. Take a devourer. Once you've studied and subdued her to your will, you can access her strength. And I'm not talking about merely summoning her. You can channel her powers.
How is that supposed to work? Channeling their powers.
Hard to describe. Just imagine that the demon becomes a part of you. You connect it with your magic, so to speak. And when needed, you can call on it to help you. It's not just the power that comes with it. It's also the feeling. Channeling the essence of a Zarek Nar, a tribe-eater. It's a feeling that compares to nothing else in this world. You can't understand it till you've done it.
So in order to bind them, you need to beat them in battle, correct?
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that, but yeah. In a nutshell, that's it.
And I'm guessing that's what makes it so dangerous.
Among other things, yes. What can also happen is that your body simply can't handle a demon's unleashed essence. It can cause a brain rupture similar to what these masks the Purity use. And, to be honest, that happens to 8 out of 10 students of demonology. They subdue a demon, get excited, and let all their energy rush in at once. As a result, their brains explode like a watermelon hit with a warhammer.
So, why exactly is demonology forbidden?
Because it's dangerous. And because demonologists can be extremely powerful. More than some members of the ruling caste would like to see.
Is there a limit to how many demons you can bind?
No. If there were, I wouldn't still be traveling after all this time.
Interesting. Thanks for the insight.
Sure.
That was interesting. That's it there. We're gonna go see if we can craft any artifacts. We picked up a piece or two. And now let's see for a second. Now that I have demonology, there it is. Summon Devour. 30% power multiplier. This ancient ring is brimming with dark magic. Should be used with caution. If we look at here, 2 ability points, and there's our abilities. Summon Devour, Unholy Totem, and Taint. Interesting. So it added to our black magic. We'll go ahead and put power multiplier for the summoner on instead of the 50 health ring. Revitalizing ring, we'll put the ring of reanimation on. Bong bong, and let's check the table here.
Intriguing.
Still can't make anything. Are you serious? And look at all the pieces we're missing, guys. Like, if we're at the end game, I'd be very shocked that I missed all these pieces, unless there's something I'm supposed to do. Let's see here. Am I holding all the pieces? Call of the Forest, top plate. Doesn't say what's due. Okay, I have the top plate, yeah. It just takes... I mean, there's still a lot more pieces to be found, I guess. It seems so weird that all these artifacts and we just have nothing to show for it. Hammer of the Smith Haft, like we just... Sword of the Renegade Hill. And it shows up. We need the blade. Yeah, it's just pretty wild. So maybe there's a lot of game left. I don't know. Maybe there's just a lot that we missed. I'm not sure. But anyway, we have to leave the Nexus.
Sure.
Let's go, son. Could use a Godstone, but we're just gonna get up out of here. I'm not sure what these green arrows are. Merchant right there. But it looks like probably another RTS section is coming up.
So, what's the plan?
Let's see.
Let's quick save. New quest, Root Awakening. Game saved. Travel to Moland here. Molandir, the lost city of the Shapers. While some scholars go as far as to doubt its very existence, others claim that it was a utopia, an unconquerable city in a valley of never-ending summer. However, they all agree on one thing: whoever finds it will go down in history. Not sure why the loading is taking a while. That's odd. We've been playing for... Let's see here. Won't let me alt tab out. It's very odd. Bear with me, guys. We're going to try to... hang in there. Hopefully this just loads up and everything goes back to normal. Oh, there we go. Nasty. Love it. Alright. And again, if we alt tab and check, whoops, We are 49 minutes, so I'm going to save it here, guys.
Battle noises. They're already inside.
What are your orders, Tahar? This doesn't look good.
We have to seal the entrances. If they breach through either one of them, we're done with.
Then we need to split up. I'll get some of my men and make a stand in the southwest.
Then I'll take over the northwest. That's the hardest one for them to reach, so chances are they still haven't made it.
Then we'll help you.
Good. And Tahar, if what that scout said is true, and House Utran is really part of this attack, don't harm her. I know my sister, and this does not make any sense at all. There must be a reason for all of this.
I didn't even know Lady Utran is your sister.
I don't blame you. Northander politics and family bonds are complicated, but yes, she is my sister. And since her husband, Lord Rickard Utran, died, she's the ruler of the Utran lands, which makes this development as dangerous as it's bizarre. The fact that House Leonida is supporting the Harbinger is bad enough.
I'll do my best. Good luck, Angar. We'll come to your help once the other entrances are secured.
Do that. Nihalth, guide your sword, Tahar.
Okay, so secure the northwest entrance, talk to Scryer Elian. But I'm gonna save here, guys. Say thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. We'll check this out next time. I guess we have to head out, secure the northwest entrance. But hope you'll join me for that. Like I said, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll pick this up next time. Also, guys, you can become a member to be a huge help to me in the channel. Info and links are in the description for that. Feel free to check it out. And shout out to my 3 members. Because of you guys, I'm able to buy games like this every month. So I really appreciate your help there. Northwest, I guess. Guess we'll be heading up this way? I don't know. Northwest entrance. Godstone? I don't know. Maybe this isn't the entrance. I remember
Understood.
Exploring through here. But anyway, we'll pick this up next time. Oh wow, we didn't even see all this map. There may...
Interesting. So Molindir's watering system didn't extend all the way up to here.
Or parts of it broke over the centuries. That it's remained functional until now is already a phenomenon as it is.
Huh, we didn't see all this. There could be artifacts up here. Pieces of artifacts. No. But yeah, we'll pick this up, guys. God willing, there's going to be more episodes made. Because I do want to return to this and keep it moving and playing more. Oh wow, there goes a weak devourer. We'll end on that note. Bong bong, and we've got 2 demonic essence. So that was something new that we didn't see. And we'll come down this way. But the question mark is down here. That's where we have to go. Talk to Scryer Elion. Looks like there's more over here too. I know, I'm like another Godstone. Wow, we missed a lot, yo. There goes something right there. Could be an artifact piece. 64 gold.
Sure.
Look at all this.
Will do.
I'll do what's required.
But anyway, we've got to stop here shortly. We're
Sounds like a
over
plan.
time.
You got it.
Come down here and talk to Squire Elion. I would rather lead the elves because I was most comfortable with the elves magic and stuff, or not magic, but their troops and stuff like that. But anyway, saving here. Bong bong, mashallah. See you guys in the next one. Until then, be well, live well, stay well, and much love, peace, and joy. We'll pick it up and have some more fun now that we're about 10 episodes back into things. See you guys then. Ciao for now.